Hello everyone out there in YouTube land, and welcome back to my channel. So pull up a seat, get ready. This is going to be a long video. Are you ready to talk about everything related to Depeche Mode? Okay, this is the second installment of my music memorabilia collection, and this is going to include only things about or related to Depeche Mode. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you obviously don't know this fabulous band from the 80s who still is going strong today. So for you guys who are not Depeche Mode aware, you can exit stage left, or however it is on your computer, right, left. Anyway, I am going to get into this video. I will say that I started listening to Depeche Mode when I was really young. I'll tell you the story of how I started on them. I was in Blockbuster Video, and at that time they would play videos on the screen and everything with the sound, and they were playing Depeche Mode Live, The World We Live In, and In Hamburg. I was hooked. Ever since then I was hooked. I love them, still love them to this day. Not so nuts about the new album. No, I will get thumbs down for that. But anyway, I have met Depeche Mode a bunch of times, gotten their autograph. Not met Alan Wilder. He's the only one of Depeche Mode. He had left the band before I had met them. So that's a long introduction. Let's get started. This is my favorite piece. This is a photo that I bought off of eBay. It's a very young Dave Gahan and Depeche Mode. You can see there Alan Wilder, Dave Gahan. Whoa, I can't. It's very hard to tell on this camera. Andrew Fletcher, and of course Martin Gore. Anyway, if you were looking at how I was looking in the screen here at the camera, you would get confused too, because it's like left is right and right is left. Anyway, so this is signed by Dave Gahan. I brought this to him along with a dozen roses when I met him at I forget where, Tower Records, H&M, some record store in the city, I forget. It was a number of years ago. When the Paper Monsters album came out, and I showed him this photo of himself, and he was like, wow, where did you get that? And I said, eBay, and he signed it for me. And he signed a bunch of other stuff, which I will get to, but this is hanging on my wall currently, so yeah. Anyway, so now I have here, let me count how many, because I think I went a little overboard when I saw this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies. November 2005 Keyboard magazine with Depeche Mode on the cover. Of course, because Depeche Mode are the kings of synth pop and keyboards and sampling and all that kind of stuff. Pioneers of that, they have to be on the cover of Keyboard magazine. And I had to have 5 of them. So anyway, yeah. And let's see what the story in here looks like. I probably should have had this ready. Anyway, I'm not going to look for it. If you guys have questions about, you know, like any of the stuff that I'm showing here, what it looks like inside, let me know. Okay, so this is Martin Gore's solo album. It's an album of covers, which is unique because usually Martin Gore does all, well, he used to write the songs, well, it's actually a long story. First, it was Vince Clarke, who went off to start Erasure, which is another great band. And then Martin Gore took over as the songwriter for the band, and then Vince Clarke was subsequently replaced by Alan Wilder. But if you know Depeche Mode, then you know all of this already. Anyway, so back in the 80s, Martin Gore came out with an album called Counterfeit, because it was all covers or whatever. And so now he came out with Counterfeit Part 2. This is made in England. This was $21.99, and I believe I picked this up at Virgin, yeah, the Virgin Megastore, because I still have the bag. So this is Martin Gore's solo album. It's actually really good. It's one of those, you either love it or you hate it. It has the amazing songs like Stardust, I Cast a Lonely Shadow, and Lover Man. Oh, such great Great, great songs. But Martin Gore is an excellent songwriter. I think he just wanted to take a break from songwriting and do some other covers of some obscure songs. And now they let Dave Gahan write some of the songs, which I don't know how I feel about that. So anyway, now moving on to some vinyl. Are you ready for some vinyl? Okay, so this is Depeche Mode. It's called The Heart single. This is, I believe this is made in Germany, because I think that's German. And I think that means it's on special vinyl. Yes, it's on blue vinyl. How very, very beautiful. So that's that. Knocking my glasses off. I'm not nuts about the cover, but I do like the blue vinyl. Then I have Depeche Mode's first album. Whoa, this is falling apart. I paid like $1 for this or something. It's got that old record smell. This is Depeche Mode's very first album, Speak and Spell, which is like, do you guys remember that game from like the 80s that I used to have when I was a kid, Speak and Spell? Anyway, that's not what this album was named after, but still. Yeah, so it's got a couple of good songs on it. It's got New Life, which was like their first single. And then the Boys Say Go. I love that. Photographic, that's another great one. And of course, Just Can't Get Enough, which they put in a Gap commercial. So anyway, yeah, Speak and Spell, which has got like this saran wrap duck on it. This is just regular black vinyl. Then I have this, I don't remember, I am so losing track of my mind. I don't even remember meeting Dave Gahan for this album. Oh yes, I do. I totally do. Now I remember. Okay, so I met him for Paper Monsters, and I met him, and this is actually personalized, so I'm going to have to cover my name. This is Dave Gahan, the Hourglass album. I don't think I like this album too much. I think Paper Monsters was better, but to be honest with you, not loving Dave Gahan's solo stuff. Really just like Martin Gore's cover stuff better. Anyway, this is so, oh my god, this is something that somebody laminated, I think. I bought it off of eBay. It's so adorable. Okay, it's June 22nd, 1985. Okay. Oh, and if you guys don't know, Depeche Mode is French for fast fashion. And you can you see there Martin Gore's hand? It's right there. And it's got black nail polish. His hand has got black nail polish. He's not an it, I'm sorry. His hand has got black nail polish on it. Yeah, and then of course Dave Gahan was still doing the half-dyed hair. And then this is another great album that they did right here, which is Some Great Reward. And of course Martin Gore is wearing a dress because he did the whole cross-dressing gender bender stuff, which is totally hot, and he still sometimes does it. So, and I'll tell you about what happened when I met him, which is an interesting story. So also when I met Dave Gahan, oh my god, this is one of my prized possessions that I love. I keep it, it's like in this, it's in this global priority mail thing, because I think I ordered it offline, and then I had him sign it, and it's just so gorgeous, and he signed it so large, it's just, I have to, oh, and he's, oh my god, I totally forgot this other thing was in there. Okay, so tell me, if you're a Depeche Mode fan, tell me this is not awesome. Okay, Q magazine with Dave Gahan on the cover, signed by Dave Gahan. I mean, how beautiful, and it's in pristine condition, amazing condition. It's just so gorgeous. Okay, and then also in here, I don't even want to touch the signature. He also signed the cover to his Live Monsters DVD. Okay, so I had totally forgot that that was in there. I had it sandwiched between two pieces of cardboard, and then the gorgeous, gorgeous Q magazine. Jealous. I know you guys, you Depeche Mode fans out there are jealous. Okay. Place that gently on the side. Okay, so this is just an old photo of Depeche Mode that shows off Martin Gore's cross-dressing. And I got this off of eBay, and they have a picture of Einstein there, which, like, I don't know why that's there. And of course, Martin Gore is just like totally casual, and he's like, I'm just like a girl. Kind of looks like Molly Ringwald-esque in that picture. Then I have these interview discs. These are double-sided. Okay. I bought these a long time ago off of eBay. So these are the Depeche Mode interviews, 1983-1985. And you can see it's got Dave Gahan in his vinyl / pleather leather pants from, I believe that's from the Hamburg tour. And then there's Martin Gore and Andrew Fletcher. More Dave Gahan. I don't know why they didn't put Alan Wilder on the front, but he's on the back. All of the backs are the same. There's Alan Wilder. There. Okay, so there's that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Okay. This is another Depeche Mode album interview disc. This is made in England. It's an interview from 1983. I'm not loving the front so much, even though this is from the Hamburg tour. I like the back a lot better because I love Martin Gore's dress. See if I can get a close-up up there. Totally bondage, pleather, leather, whatever, with studs and chains and everything. So I just really like that on there. Okay. All right, let's look at some magazines. So I have two of these remix magazines with Depeche Mode on the cover. These are from, where's the date? November 2005. Okay, and at this time, you see Alan Wilder is noticeably missing because you just have Martin Gore, Dave Gahan, and Andrew Fletcher. And let me tell you, in person, Andrew Fletcher is not really that nice. Dave Gahan, let me tell you, you know, they say you should never meet your idols because they never live up to your standards. And I had Dave Gahan like on a higher level. And when I met him the first time, it was after, you know, Songs of Faith and Devotion. It was after his whole drug period and all that stuff. And he was, I don't want to say he was a shell of a man. That's not right. But he was very demure, very quiet, very timid. Totally not the wild man that you see on stage. So quiet, almost afraid of interacting with people. Then the second time I met him, the first time I met him alone. Right. I met him alone. And then the second time I met Depeche Mode, I met the three of them together. Martin Gore was okay. He just seemed like he was just not into signing autographs. He was just like out there. And Andrew Fletcher, he just didn't look like he didn't want to be there. I don't know, maybe he was having an off day. Yeah, so I'll tell you more about that in a bit. I have another magazine here. This is Depeche Mode, Electropop. It says The Story of Electropop, and this is printed in England. Special limited edition of Mojo magazine. And this is, does it have a date? It probably is from 2005 because that's when they had come out with, I think, the, what album was that? I don't even know. Maybe it was the singles tour. Maybe it was, I don't know. But anyway, look at this suit that Dave Gahan is wearing. Look, in the inside it says A New Life, which is, New Life was their first single. Can you see? I'm really bad at this. Yes, super bad at this. Can you see the suit that Dave Gahan is wearing in that picture? Okay. Anyway, so there's that. Then I have this other album, Depeche Mode. Okay, so again, this is like the live in Hamburg picture. And then the back, they're kind of gender bending. They're wearing lipstick. Yeah. And you could see that, I mean, Alan Wilder is definitely rocking the mascara. Martin Gore's got like full makeup. And Dave Gahan, I don't know. He's got lipstick on, I think. And Andrew Fletcher's just like, I don't know, I'm here for some reason. Okay, so here is arguably one of the best Depeche Mode albums of all time. This is imported from, it's from some Latin American country. I think it's Argentina. I think that's where it's from. But it's the Spanish picture disc of Violator, and then it says Violador on the thing there. And there's the, I almost got this as a tattoo. Thank God I didn't, because that's all I need. I'm still living with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish leprechaun on my ankle because I thought that was a good idea at the time. So anyway, Violator picture disc, and then this is the back. Then I have, this is a great single. It's the Depeche Mode single for People Are People. Then I have, oh, this was the best song on the Dave Gahan Paper Monsters album. I love this song, and I got the vinyl single, and it's still its original packaging. I gotta listen to this song again. Dirty Sticky Floors. I know it sounds like such a weird name for a song, but it's actually cool. Anyway, and this is the picture that was in the frame that unsigned. So this is just like an extra. Okay. So let's look at a concert program. I have more, but let's look at this one. So this is Depeche Mode, the Singles Tour, 86 to 98. And this, of course, was when Alan Wilder had already left the band. I did get to see them perform as a full group. The very first concert I ever went to was Depeche Mode, Songs of Faith and Devotion. So, actually I'm lying. My very, very first concert, truth be told, was New Kids on the Block, but that doesn't count because that's embarrassing. So my first real concert was Depeche Mode, Songs of Faith and Devotion, the devotional tour. So this is still in the wrapper where they, okay, so this is, it's in a sleeve, so the writing is not on the album. So this is Catching Up with Depeche Mode. I had brought this, it says $22, but that's the sleeve. Okay, I don't feel like taking it out of the whole sleeve. I had bought this at a record store while I was waiting online to meet Dave Gahan or the band. And I waited online for like 8 or 9 hours, I don't know. And then they said, no, they're only signing, yeah, they said they're only signing their album. They're not signing anything else. I think it was for Playing the Angel. Yeah, it was for Playing the Angel, which is a great album. And there was a massive amounts of people. Not when I went to see Dave Gahan by himself. The first time, I actually went online twice and met him twice. Did I tell you I brought him a dozen roses? Yes, I did. So, anyway. There's actually pictures of me on Getty Images, if they're still there, of me and Dave Gahan. Of me handing him the flowers. Okay, so this is for the Across the Universe tour. Okay, so it's a tour program. It even came in the Depeche Mode bag, which I will show you here, which I didn't get rid of course, because anything with Depeche Mode on it. Yeah. Yeah, it came in this bag that says DepecheMode.com. So, and it didn't come in that bag. They put it in that bag when I bought it, probably at Madison Square Garden. So this is an old book. I have 2 of these. Depeche Mode picture books by Dave Thomas. Isn't that the guy who founded Wendy's? Anyway. Oh, so then I have another Mojo magazine I already showed you. Okay, so here's the deal of when now we've come up to the part where I met the 3 of them. Okay. So I met all 3. They all signed this for Playing the Angel tour. I met them at Virgin Records, or I don't even know if it was Tower Records and H&M or wherever the hell it was. So I went to meet them, and I met all three of them, like I said, and there was a huge line, huge, and I was on line for hours and hours. So anyway, they said I had brought this, and I brought a couple of things with me for them to sign, because when I met Dave Gahan the first time, he signed a bunch of stuff for me, so I thought they would sign a bunch of stuff for me, but they were like, I'll never forget it, the security guards were like, no, only have this out, and this is all they're signing, and that's it, and then, you know, step aside after you've gotten your autograph and all this other stuff, and so they were sitting there, and it was Dave Gahan was first, then Martin Gore in the middle, and then Andrew Fletcher. So I had bought that other album, that Catching Up with Depeche Mode album, thinking that they would sign that, and I also brought this other item with me. Then I said, because I'm a huge Martin Gore fan. At first I didn't appreciate the brilliance of Martin Gore, but now I do. At first I was all about Dave Gahan. I was never so much into Andrew Fletcher or Alan Wilder, but I was so in love with Dave Gahan. I didn't really appreciate the brilliance of Martin Gore as an artist, as a fashion icon, I think, as a gender bender, as a songwriter, as just a brilliant person. So I had this magazine. I said if I ever met Martin Gore, I would have him sign it. And when they told me that no, they're only signing that CD cover, I was really brokenhearted. And I was determined to get Martin Gore to sign it. So I snuck the magazine in front of him, and he didn't see it. He was laughing or talking or paying attention to something else, and Dave Gahan saw it in front of him, and he laughed because it was such an old photo. Because it's from the 80s. It's from May 25th, 1985. So Dave Gahan, having seen me slide in front of Martin Gore, and I said, could you please, please, please sign this? And he tapped Martin Gore, and Martin Gore looked down at it, and he was just like, oh. So it's a record magazine from May 25th, 1985. It's Martin Gore, totally gender bending, holding like a stripper pole. And yeah, I was thinking that he was not liking this memory. Like, oh my God, what was I thinking? But he signed it. See, he signed it. I got him to sign it, and I was a happy woman. Determination, people. Determination goes a long way. Oh, so then I have these. I have this. They gave this out. It's just a Playing the Angel promo postcard thing, and it's very shiny, and it says the new album featuring Precious and John the Revelator. So yeah, and then I have this postcard which I really like. I forgot I had this. This looks like it's also from the Hamburg tour. That's when Dave Gahan was at his hottest, I think, when he was still doing the platinum tips on his hair. Okay. And then I have some tickets here. I don't know why I have three. Live Nation presents Depeche Mode, PNC Bank Art Center, Sunday, May 14th, 2006. And these were $82.50. I remembered the first time I saw Depeche Mode, I had the best seats I ever had, and I only paid like $25. So yeah, and they've gone up significantly since this time. So this was 2006, and they were, no, I'm sorry, they were not $82.50. They were, two of them were $82.50, and one of them was $90.50. Like, I don't know why I have three. I don't know if somebody gave me their extra ticket, because I know I didn't go with three people. I know I didn't go with two other people. I probably went with me and one other person. So why I have three stubs, I couldn't tell you. Then I have some postcards of Depeche Mode. I think it's from Violator era. I just got a bunch of these. Oh no, this is from Songs of Faith and Devotion era. This is when Dave Gahan was doing the whole Jesus look, and he was all strung out on drugs and stuff. So I have a few of these. Then I have this, which looks more like it's Violator era. Yeah. And then let's see, is that the only two? Yeah, those are the only two kinds. And there's multiples of them, so there's that. Okay. So then we have another Depeche Mode album, picture disc. This one is kind of hard to see, so I'm going to take it out of the plastic. This is side one. It's an interview disc. It's from 1986/87 limited edition. Okay. And then this is the back. Yeah. So weird. It looks like there's a plant on Dave Gahan's pants. What is that? I don't know. So, yeah. Let's see. How are we doing on time? 25 minutes. Okay, I think I can do this in a half an hour. Let's hope. Okay, so let's see what we got left. We got Depeche Mode People Are People album. This was $4.99. I dug this up in some bin somewhere in some record store. Nothing really special about it other than it's a really old record. Then I got, okay, so this is Depeche Mode. Isn't this a creative cover? This is for Touring the Angel 2005-2006. There's the symbol there for touring, and then you open it and it says Touring the Angel, and then show you a little bit of it. Yeah, so I can't show you all this stuff in like super detail because if I did, this video would be 1,000 minutes long. Oh my god, there's like more, there's like an entire stack of things. Oh Jesus. Yeah, this is gonna be longer, maybe longer than a half an hour. Okay, so Depeche Mode, Suffer Well. I just love this cover. Suffer Well was from what album? I don't remember. I forget. Anyway, so this is the cover of the album. Look at Martin Gore, full drag, in a wedding dress, with Dave Gahan as like the rockabilly husband, and I don't know, Andrew Fletcher as the minister, maybe best man. That's why I got it. Martin Gore in a wedding dress, I'm all about it. And then it says, "We sell and suffer well," on the back. I just think that is so cute. Okay. Alright. Oh, I'm getting a pile of stuff. Okay. So this is Depeche Mode, Goodnight Lovers. I don't even remember this song. This was a gift, I think, from Bad Enabler. This is on, it should be on red vinyl. Yep. This is on red/pink vinyl, which is really nice. Okay, so then we have Pulse magazine from May 1993. This is Songs of Faith and Devotion Error. Again, you have Dave Gahan in, you know, strung out heroin chic Jesus looking form. Then you have here, okay, so this is Uncut magazine. It says, I love the headline. It says 20 years of sex, smack, and sin. Depeche Mode, Kings of Excess. Okay, and this is from, does it have a date? May 2001. Okay, so I'm starting to get piles and piles of stuff now. And this is just like an advertisement for Playing the Angel. And then we have Depeche Mode on the cover of Details magazine. $2 back then, Details magazine. This is after Dave Gahan got off drugs. This is April 1993. It says Dave Gahan Comes Clean. Okay. I was not digging him with this look. It was okay, but it was not my favorite. Okay, so this also, I don't think this magazine exists anymore. I don't even know. This is, I wish this had a date on it. I'll find the date. Anyway, this is Cream magazine with Depeche Mode on it. Again, Songs of Faith and Devotion Error. And this is, does it have a date? Why does it not have a date? Ah, April 1993. So quite old and in quite good condition. And then I have, this is from November 2005. This is Depeche Mode. when they were doing their comeback. I forget what album this was for. And it says They'll Never Let You Down Again, because they have that song, Never Let You Down Again. But anyway, so that was that. Okay, then I think this is the, I don't know if this is still true, but at one time this was the best-selling single in Warner Brothers history, and that was Personal Jesus. So I have picked this up. I don't know, it's just regular black vinyl. And this is the back. Dave Gahan hugging some nude model. It's got some paper on it. Anyway, yeah. This says made in Germany. So we're coming down to the last item. Depeche Mode, the Exciter Tour. I know I'm going to get flack for this, but I have to say I think Exciter was one of Depeche Mode's worst albums ever. I think it only had maybe one good song on it. The program is beautiful. You know, they did this whole like plant thing. Let me see if I can open this up. I can't see what I'm showing you, but I'm just showing you, okay? So, yeah. So that was the Exciter Tour, which I went to, and it's still in the Madison Square Garden bag. Alright, so that is it on my Depeche Mode collection. Now I have a lot of stuff to put away. So remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know if you're a Depeche Mode fan. What was your favorite thing? What favorite things do you have? I lost some Depeche Mode stuff in moves and such. You know, I used to have a program for Songs of Faith and Devotion, but it disappeared. Yeah, so that was disappointing. Anyway, comment, rate, subscribe. Until the next video, goodbye everyone out there in YouTube land.